Younger me is a loser. I am always rejected and friend-zoned by girls. I am a complete incel. I built an aesthetic body and it changed my life forever. I start to date beautiful girls. So I arrive at the hotel and it's just so beautiful. There's palm trees everywhere. The temperature is warm and I'm shirtless. I have a six-pack and I just feel amazing about the body that I've built. As I walk in the hotel, I see this beautiful girl in the ocean, this beautiful figure. My heart starts to beat faster, but then I remind myself of the body that I've built. I remind myself that I am now an attractive guy. I'm not the same guy that I was before. And at that moment, I tell myself, fuck it. I force my leg to go and approach her. As I walk towards her, I can see her gaze turning towards me. And she looks down. She's looking at my abs and already I feel 10 times more confident about this cold approach. I ask her if the fish are beautiful and we just start a conversation. It is flowing well and I can see that she's clearly attracted to my body. I have now an aesthetic body. I have the V-taper and I can see her eyes looking at my body. Later that day, I'm just chilling in a couch of my hotel and I see her approaching. She has food in her hand and there's little cats everywhere around me. So I ask her, are you here to feed the cat? And she smiles at me. She says yes. Once again, the conversation is flowing well and I just decide to ask her for a date. Later that day, there'll be a show in the main room and so I just ask her, would you be down to go and watch it with me? And she says yes. She says that she'd be happy to join me for that show. As we're looking the show, I can see that she's attracted to me. I can feel the attraction flowing in the air. I just feel confident. I'm not gonna lie to you. The show was pretty boring, but still I have a great time because I have this beautiful girl on the side of me. And honestly, I just see that she's attracted to the body that I've built. There's a pool in my hotel and that day I just decided to ask her, would you be down to go in the pool later that night when the guards are all out of there and when their shift is done? And she said that it's a bad idea, but she's down to do it with me anyway. When the guards are out, when they finish their shift, we go in the pool and bro, I promise you, she's all over me. I have a bug in my shoulders and she comes here, she get it out and she kissed me. And I just feel amazing. It is the first time that I experienced this in my life. It is the first time that a beautiful girl like this is all over me, that I don't have to push in order to make her attracted to me. She's just naturally attracted to the body that I've built. The beautiful thing is that I don't feel insecure whatsoever. I don't have to push my stomach in. I just feel confident about the body that I've built. I feel good with this girl touching my body. Later that night, I kiss her again before I go to bed and I can't help but smile on the way to my room. I just feel amazing for my younger self, for the body that he's built, for the work that he's put, and now I can enjoy it. Now I can enjoy beautiful girls like this. And so it is just an amazing day for me. It is life-changing. But you see, the crazy thing is that 5 months earlier, I was a complete fucking loser. I remember this one time where I had a huge crush on this girl in my English class. She was the new girl and I was always fantasizing about her. I was always thinking about her, daydreaming. I remember this one time where I woke up, I went on Instagram and I just scrolled thinking about her. What will be the color of her house? How will we name our children? I arrived to school and I walk towards my class. I'm gonna be late, so I'm walking kind of fast, still thinking about my crush. At the end of the hall, I see my class, but not only that, I also see her. But she's not alone, you know. She's with Chad, and not only that, she's kissing him. My cheeks gets all red. I have this weird feeling in my throat. I have this weird feeling on the front of my head. I feel like I'm going to throw up. This girl that I have a huge crush on, this girl that I fell in love with, just broke my heart. I go and sit at my place and I can see her still looking at him. She has red cheeks. She's completely in love with him. That day, I go back to my house and I go in my washroom. I look myself in the eyes. I look my body and I feel ashamed, embarrassed of the way my body look. I start to beat myself. I start to cry because I feel like a complete loser, like a complete incel. And that day, you know what I do? I start to train. I start to train every single day. I'm sick of being this loser guy who gets always friend zone. I want to build an aesthetic body, and so I focus on certain part of the body that makes me more attractive to girls. And 5 months later, I'm dating this beautiful girl in the Caribbean. And so it is the proof that building an aesthetic body will change your life forever, even though you're a loser right now. I've been there, and building an aesthetic body was just life-changing. As men, we are attracted to the hourglass shape in a woman. Well, it is the same way for women. You know, they are attracted to the V-taper, to the V shape in a man. Like, think about the caveman days. Think about the woman at that time. They wanted to build a family with a strong masculine man, and the V shape was just a sign of masculinity. It was a sign that she would be safe with him. Therefore, for hundreds, thousands of years, these men with great genetics would have all the women around them. In the modern day, you know, we can focus on parts that will enhance the V shape, that will enhance the V taper, even though we have bad genetics. When I was younger, I had bad genetics. Women were not attracted to me whatsoever, and the only thing that I did to change that was focus on certain part of my body that enhanced the V shape, and I started to date beautiful girls. And just real quick, if you want the full roadmap to build your dream body, to build an aesthetic body that attracts girls all from home, go click the link in the description right now. The first part that I focused on is the back, and the reason is simple. When we think about it, in order to have the V shape, we want to have the V shape back, because if we have a flat back, we will not have the desired V taper. The first exercise that I do in order to build a massive back is the pull-up. I still do it to this day because it is just the best exercise to build my back. It is the first thing that I do. The second part to target is the upper pec, and the reason is simple. When we think about it, in order to have the V taper, we want to have the most mass on the upper part of the body. When I was younger, I did a lot of push-up, but I wasn't a fan of that exercise since it focused on the lower part of my chest and gave me a look that I just didn't want. Instead of doing the push-up, what I did is the decline push-up. I would put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I would do the push-up, and it was just perfect. It allowed me to focus on the upper pec, and it was exactly the part that I was looking for. It is the second exercise that I do. The third part to target are the shoulders, but especially the side delts, and the reason is simple. It is the upper part of the body. It is at the top of the V shape, and it will therefore enhance the look that we're looking for. What I do in order to target the side delts, and it is just the king of the exercise, is lateral raise. When I was younger, I tried a bunch of different exercises and nothing worked but this exercise. Try it and I promise you will see a massive change on your body, on your side delts. The fourth part to target is the neck. As you can see right now, I have clothes on and my neck is still shown even though I have this on. And the reason is simple. The reason why I want to build a massive neck is because it is a sign of strength. It is a sign of masculinity. It will give you a masculine frame that women are so attracted to. It is just a great part to target. It is the proof that you train if you have clothes on, because your neck will always be shown. It is the fourth part to target, and what I do in order to target my neck are neck curls. I first do it laying on my back, where I put the weight on the front of my head and it targets the front part of my neck, and I also do it laying on my chest, where I put the weight on the back of my head and it targets the back part of my neck. These two exercises allowed me to build a massive neck, and it is just a king in order to build your neck. The fifth part to target is the lower abs, and the reason is simple. When we think about it, of course, in order to build an aesthetic body, of course we want to have the six-pack. And the reason we are targeting the lower abs especially is because it is a part that will give you the six pack. It is easy to have the upper abs, but if you don't have the lower abs, you will not have the six pack. The two exercises that I do in order to target the lower abs are leg raise and then hanging leg raise. These are the king in order to build your six pack, and if you do them, you will just see a massive difference. You will have a six pack so fast. It is the fifth part to target. It is the last part, and if you do these two exercises, you will have the six pack. You will enhance the V shape. Now I want to talk to you about one of the biggest mistakes that I made as I was building the aesthetic body, and that was a classic. I skipped leg day. I wanted to have the V shape. I wanted to attract girls super fast, but I would often skip my leg. I would often skip the leg day to target my shoulders, the pec, or any of that, and I regretted it because whenever I would go on the beach, I would just look weird. I would have a masculine V shape on the upper body, but I would have these skinny legs. And so it is the first thing that you must absolutely do, is never skip leg day, because I promise you will regret it just like I did. Now I have to push my legs as far as my upper body, and it takes quite a long time. So it is the first mistake that I made. The second thing that I did was to take nothing before my workout. What I mean is that I would take no pre-workout, no coffee, none of that. And my workout were just wasted because I didn't push myself as hard as I wanted. Now you must absolutely take a pre-workout. You must take some form of caffeine before you train, because it will really allow you to push yourself a lot harder. It is the two mistakes that I made, and if you avoid these two, you will build your body, your dream body, way faster than I did. That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.